One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Got a little space, turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my jersey. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for room, it's Ali. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finding an escape route. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Luck. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Handoff from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready, fight. Get set, get set. Ready.
They'll give it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot because it looked to me like he had a guy open downfield.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They're testing the right side here. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
There he goes. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Looking to scramble. Got his man on the right.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Pocket breaking down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. The give out of the gun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Might be changing the route. Off play action. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Cyclones are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Kansas offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's got the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds his man.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play, instead, no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Quarterback moving. He's in open space downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail, man.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you can just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's got it. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But when you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Luck. Got his man on the outside. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
28, Kansas, 14.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Luck. Hauls it in. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Cyclones will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Iowa State 31, Kansas 21.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they... Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And the Cyclones will try to convert on fourth down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Got the first down and more. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
Man, down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what they saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Looking to throw, it's Luck. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Verrier. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that...
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the air on third and short. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Ali. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Rushes on him. Gets it out fast. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's
intercepted for the 11th time.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll leave it with him. Quick spin on the run. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Motion from the wideout. They try to get it outside on the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cyclones! This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good timing on the quick out. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Luck. makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Jayhawks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it on the run, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buys a little time. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air, it's Luck. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! And the comeback is on.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 12 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Can't get him to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
To the air, it's Luck. Under fire. Touchdown, Kansas. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. A pickup of 10 before he's out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosions.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is